Hey, what's going on, everybody? Junior Baker here with New Level Recruiting, reporting live from the DISCO100 studios. Hey, man, we got a great show on deck for us today, man. We're going to let y'all introduce yourselves. I'm going to start with my guy with the Georgia jacket on over here. I'm going to let him introduce himself first, and then we're going to move to the next guy. Go ahead, sir. You got it.
Michael Dottie, class of 2023. I got a great high school.
Okay, what position you play, Mike?
Play DB.
You're a DB guy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Who else do we have over here?
Robbie Roper, 2022 QB out of Roswell.
Okay. I got a quarterback and a DB in the studio at the same time. We've been having some fun with this one today, y'all. We're going to talk a little bit of junk. We're going to have fun. We're going to do all that good stuff. But hey, before we get into the show, I need you to click like and subscribe to the channel, to the DISCO100 radio channel. All right, Michael, let's talk about you, man. I see you with your little championship ring on over here. Look, go ahead and show that to the camera. The camera right here. Go ahead and show that out. The Grayson Ram 2020 Class 7A state champ. Is that correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, let's talk about it real quick, man. How does it feel, first of all?
I mean, it felt surreal, going to Georgia State Stadium, winning that game, getting to see all those fans, family members, and coaches,
Right.
It was great. It felt like something I never moved in.
Okay. And you were one of the younger guys out there. You were a current, 10th grader right now, right?
Yes, sir.
So you were a 10th grader getting a lot of varsity time out there. Let's talk about that real quick. How does it feel playing with all those older guys like that?
Playing with all those other guys, I get to see like what I'm supposed to do and get to be in that role to make plays. And I feel like my accountability, I felt great with it. But it was one of the things going to Grayson. You can't just. It doesn't matter if you're like in the 9th grade, you're a senior. When your name is called, be playing. You got to perform.
Got to be ready to go. All right, well, shoot. Let's get over here to Mr. Robbie Roper, 2022 quarterback out of Roswell High School. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm happy y'all here.
Yes,
y'all came to spend some time with me on a Saturday. Y'all could be doing anything else, but y'all took the time to come do this interview with me, so I appreciate that. Let's talk about Roswell, man. What can we expect out of y'all this year?
You can expect definitely an improvement from last year. Last year was our first year with the new coaches in almost every position, so this year should definitely be an improvement and hopefully get past second round.
Oh yeah, quarterback, leader of the team. You kind of set the tone out there.
Yes, sir.
What can we expect from you as far as a leadership role this year out there at Roswell?
Mm-hmm. I think it's a big jump from last year. Last year was my first year and didn't have much time with the team, a few months before the season. So this year can really take control and expand the offense, definitely.
Okay. And you were a transfer, right?
Yes, sir.
Transfer from Woodstock.
Yes, sir.
Right. I kept up with it. We talked a lot on social media.
Mm.
You made the jump from Woodstock to Roswell. Was that a big change, or was it kind of just normal for you?
The environment is definitely a change. Everyone at Roswell definitely takes football a little more seriously, and it's not good enough just to get to the playoffs every year. You gotta make an improvement each year and just keep growing and getting better each year.
All right, and you're a quarterback. What's your current height and weight?
6'3", 205 right now.
6'3", 205. That's eye test.
Yes,
Mike,
sir.
what's your current height and weight, Michael?
I'm 6'1", 180.
Bring the mic a little closer to you.
I'm 6'1", 180.
6'1", 180. Okay, got you. Let's get into some more position talk real quick. Why did you? We're gonna start with Michael on this one. Why did you pick the DB position? You play corner, right? Or do you do corner and safety?
Play everything.
You play everything back there. All right. Why did you choose to play in the secondary? Like that.
It's more so about who you are. Like you have to have the swag to be able to play on those islands and in the secondary. Because any second it could be a bomb down the field. Any second you could change the game playing DB and make plays. But I chose it, and I like perfecting my craft here because this is really the 1% of every athlete in America. Like if you can't play DB, then and it's one of those things where if you don't have it in you, you can't do it.
Right.
So I like that competitiveness. I like that edge that comes when you have to line up against the best player on that team, that best athlete on that team. You have to literally take him out the game, or it might be closer than what everybody thinks. I like that aspect.
I like that. I like what you said. You said some competitiveness. It's a lot of DBs in that Grayson secondary. A lot. And you really have to compete every single day. After practice, weight room, classroom. that competitive edge, y'all really have that out there, Chris. So that's what I like about that. All right, let's get to the quarterback. Man, quarterback is a stressful position. Why did you decide to play that position?
Yeah, when I was younger, it was just because I wanted to touch the ball every play and be the main person. But what's really like I've grown to love it is just you're the man. Everything's on you. You win, it's on you. You lose, it's on you. And just
That's a lot of pressure though. When you win, yeah, but when you lose, yeah, they're gonna blame 9 times out of 10 either the coach or the quarterback. Nobody else. That's a lot of pressure, you don't think?
Not too much. I mean, it's worth it. When you win, all the glory's on you, but it's just worth it overall.
Yeah. Good mentality to have. Sometimes playing quarterback and DB, because you will make those mistakes at DB. You kind of got to have like short-term memory.
Got to forget them plays. Be ready for the next one.
Exactly. You know, football is a game of inches.
Right.
And you got to take advantage of every single one. All right, I got another question for you guys. What or who got y'all into playing football? From the very first time you touched the football, who or what got you to love that sport?
So in 3rd grade, who I call my uncle, Eric Adams Sr., I had just moved from my other school and came to this elementary school, and I was racing with his son at field day, and his dad came up to my dad, they chopped it up and got me into football. I came on my first year playing defensive end and D-line and whatnot, but
Defensive end?
hey, I pull up the film, y'all be surprised.
Wow.
I just fell in love with it because it was like, this is fun. I get to hit people without my mama getting called or anything. But, I appreciated everything he did for me starting off. But, falling in love that early, it just kind of propelled me to make sure I stay on the right track, stay on that path to, you seen yesterday, you seen last night, that draft is definitely something that with people like J.C. Horn, I got to keep working. That's something I really want to do. So that love that was instilled in me early is something that keeps me moving.
Right. Yeah, about the draft too, man. I had a couple of guys that got drafted that started out with me. Like the question I'm asking you, they started off with me when they were real younger. Azeez Ojulari, the
Yes, sir.
Georgia. Yeah, the player that got drafted by the Giants, he started with me when he was 7 years old. 7 years old. But we're gonna tell stories about that later. We're gonna make this interview about y'all. The same question for you, Robbie. What or who got you into the game of football, and what do you love about it?
Yeah, I think it was really my mom. She played football for a few years when she was younger. She had like 3 brothers. She had to play with them. So, yeah, it was definitely my mom. And I started off playing linebacker a little. And, yes, sir. So.
Okay. Man, why do you love this game so much?
Just the opportunity to go play with your brothers and practice with them and just grow and become a family, really.
Let's transition real quick into some school stuff. Because the term is student athlete, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
had the academics part straight. Robbie, you were class of 2022, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're currently at Roswell High School. Are you virtual or face to face?
Right now I'm face to face.
Face to face. What is your favorite subject in school that you like to study the most?
Probably just lit comp.
Literature composition.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Reading and writing, stuff like that, right?
Yes, sir.
Literature. Wow. Tell me real quick, why do you like literature and composition? What is it about it that you like it most? You can take your time, man. We ain't gonna know
What do I love about it?
Think about that. We're gonna jump to mic review.
All right. I just like I like writing pretty much. You can just write and then just get lost in it and end up with 2 pages and.
Yeah, you'd be a great storyteller. Somebody say, "Hey, write me a story with this, that, and the other in it." I'm pretty sure you will be real good at that.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Mike, same question for you, man. Are you virtual or are you face to face at Grace?
I go to virtual. I'm virtual.
Okay. What's the favorite subject that you're studying?
It would have to be all my science classes, like my chemistry courses, my forensic courses.
Too,
It would have to be my chemistry courses, like my forensic classes, stuff like that.
Really? Chemistry and forensics.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, so you drew my interest on this question. Like, do you watch crime shows, TV shows?
I used to watch CSI Miami, but like I stopped watching that.
All right. Every night before I go to bed, I'm real big into forensic files. I watch that day in and day out. It's like they show us how to solve murder and stuff like that. Is that kind of like something that you can see yourself doing in the future since you're into forensics and science stuff like that?
I mean, my business decisions after I get out of high school will probably, college and whatnot, will probably be a little different. But right now, with the classes that we do have at Grayson, I feel like my teacher gave me a great opportunity. But I just fell in love with science since a young age, you know, playing with like little experiments and whatnot, little volcanoes, stuff like that.
That's great, man. That's great right there. Hey, hats off to both of y'all on that, because those are two different answers. We had reading, I think, once or twice. But you broke it down with the literature and composition, Robbie. And with Mr. Darcy with the forensic science and stuff like that. Hey, man, hats off to both of y'all. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. But let's stick with you on this one, Michael. Give me a typical day, you know, with you being virtual. Give me a typical day of what it's like, a school day, what it's like for you, from the time you wake up, all your school activities, to the time you go to sleep. Go ahead and run that down.
So I wake up around like 6 or 5, depending on the day. I go eat breakfast, take my dog out on the walk, let him outside, do what he got to do.
Okay.
Then I'll come home. I'll come back inside, you know, sit back down, get both my computers ready, because I have my personal computer and my work computer for like school or whatnot.
Okay.
So
Two screens? Okay.
gotta get something going so I can focus. But so when I start my class at 7:15, that is my lit and comp class, and you know, that goes until about 8:10. Then I go into my next class, and I'm not done with school until around 2:10. So as soon as 2:10 strikes around the corner, I'm up at the school. We're doing position workouts, you know, getting with our coaches and whatnot. And, you know, we're lifting during the days, during the school hours, and we're getting ready to about start spring as soon as we come back. So, you know, school hours are pretty manageable. I wouldn't say it's overwhelming, but I guess the only trouble I would have is, you know, right now that situation going up and back and forth to the school. But when schools open back up and we're at school and face to face the entire day, my life will be pretty easier.
Got you. Yeah, that's what we kind of did. My son Zizo, he over there in Keaching right now. We were virtual, but it was working out at the same time. Coach wanted the boys up at the schools so they can get their workouts and stuff like that. So we had to switch and go face to face. It's a big transition after being at home for basically like an entire year.
Yes.
Yeah, from everybody, you know. So it was tough. It was a tough transition, but we made it work.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Same question for you, Robbie. You know, give me a typical day with you're face to face at Roswell High School. Give me a typical day for you, man, when you wake up and you go to sleep.
Yeah, I probably wake up around 7:30. Got weight training at like 8:10, 8:20. So that's first period. After that, got the core classes, and after school, I'll usually have another workout right after, and then probably some throwing after with Tony Ballard or someone else.
So, all right. Within that, within, you said you wake up, a couple of workouts in. Both of y'all have what, 2 workouts a day? Is that basically what y'all saying? Y'all got like a morning workout and then an evening workout? Y'all ain't tired from all of that?
You're supposed to want to work. You're supposed to want to get out of bed and go hit the ground running.
Right.
This ain't an easy thing. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Exactly.
You know, being a student athlete and playing football, especially football, you're going to get your body beat up every day. You're going to have to lift weights every day. You're going to have to come out there and hit each other every day. And you're going to be expected to go in the classroom the next day like nothing happened.
Exactly.
And you're not going to be able to complain about it because you signed up for it.
You signed up for it, exactly. I'm glad you said that. You signed up for it. I was talking to someone about, you know, the demands of being a student athlete nowadays. Whatever sport you play, it's almost year round.
Right.
Maybe a 1 week break, maybe every 2 or 3 months. It's so demanding. Like back when I played, we practice, we lift weights during the summer, we practice a couple of days, play the season. That's it. We would do nothing football related again until March or April to get ready for the spring and stuff like that. Like, hats off to y'all, man. Every student athlete nowadays, it's demanding. I know it takes away a lot of y'all's free time, but hey, you signed up for it. The GPAs, we need to see if y'all are academically qualified. So what's the GPA, Robbie?
It's 3.85 right now, but right now I have a 4.0 this semester, so hopefully we'll bring it up a little.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Mike? What's
I'm
your
at
GPA?
that 3.6 right now. I'm trying to bring it up. So this current GPA is around 3.5. Trying to lock out this A in my literacy and comp so that I can come up to like 3.7, 3.6 around there.
Gotcha. Okay, well, y'all still both NCAA academic qualifiers. Once y'all graduate, get your credits. That'll definitely put y'all in good standing. Hats off to both of y'all. All right, let's switch gears real quick. Go to another tougher question, man. The pandemic that we're facing. Everybody in the world right now is facing this the whole COVID-19 deal. So this question for both of y'all: how have y'all remained focused as student athletes to continue to work out, to go to school, and to do what you have to do to prepare yourself for the upcoming season? How have y'all remained focused through this whole COVID-19? Let's start with you on this one.
I really like when COVID was happening last year. I think it was almost easier though, because you can get all your classes done, just do all your work for that day, get it done, and then you have the rest of the day to go work out, go throw, go do anything else you really need to do.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, what about you, Mike? Man, how have you remained focused through all of this?
I think my focus stems from I'm not really playing football for myself. So I'm really just playing it for all my little cousins and nieces and my grandma. So I can't really just take days off and just, be a regular kid anymore because, this is something I want to do. So it's really become a business to me. So I can't slack off because if I stay at the house and just eat potato chips and I try to come out there next day and I'm playing and, Kirby Smart in the stands at one of our games and they're like, that's the daughtery kid and I'm getting tortured out there. And I'm like, I can't take no days off when it comes to stuff like this.
Got you, man. So y'all basically, what I'm getting from this is, y'all got like a laser focus. Y'all have a goal at the end that y'all are trying to reach, correct?
Correct.
And that goal is free education, right? And you love the game of football. Y'all do want to play on the next level and hopefully transition to the NFL one day. So that's what I'm getting from it. Well, dealing with that whole pandemic journey, how has it been? Has it been rough? I know you just said it was kind of easy, Robbie. But you answer the question, but I'll let you expand on that. Like easy, when you say it's been easy for you, go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah, I think at first, the hardest part was just not being able to see some of your loved ones because of the pandemic, and they might be in conflict and could get COVID and might not have the right immune system for it and stuff like that. So
That's definitely tough, man. I know a lot of people lost a lot of loved ones out here. Go ahead, I'll let you answer. How did the journey been for you, Mike?
So we had a situation occur the day of when we played McEachern with one of our players. I don't want to say disclose names and whatnot, but we had to go over all the protocols to see if we were still going to be able to play that game that day. But, there was a lot of uncertainty throughout all 14 of our games. We had troubles with all that COVID regulation stuff. We had to start putting bags between people during practices, and that really took away from that physicality. So when we played games and we started off slow, we can always relate that back to practice, but at the same time, it's still on us as players. But I would say that the COVID-19 pandemic had slowed down what would have been progress in practices and would have made it harder to actually get that feel back for football. But overcoming adversity is one of the things that you have to have as a football player. You have to be able to overcome those challenges.
I'm glad you said that. Overcoming adversity. That's very poignant right there. All right, man. Great job on those questions, man. We're gonna switch gears and we're gonna get more a little in depth with football. We're gonna talk about practice. We're gonna talk about practice. Some of y'all love it, some of y'all hate it. Y'all know about the Allen Iverson sound bite about practice? Yeah, practice. Yeah, we're gonna talk about a little bit of practice. What aspect of practice do you like the most and do you dislike the most? We're gonna start with Robbie on this one. Being the quarterback, leader of the team.
I don't really dislike anything about practice. You gotta love practice to love the sport. So
like Mike said, you signed up for it, you better love it.
yeah.
What do you like the most?
I just love the opportunity to go play with all your friends every day and the practice is what shows how you do on Friday nights and how much you really love the sport and how many hours you put into it.
Hey, what's for you, Mike?
You know, I think the thing I love the most about practice, not like, but love the most, is when we first come in and we're doing competition periods. We call it our bandit, and our bandit is ones versus ones.
Right.
10 minutes, you get a certain amount of plays, you got to score. If not, you got gassers.
Ooh.
And you can ask Joseph Stone Jr. himself
Ooh,
every day,
JoJo.
every day when we start at the school and we do our little thing. Since we can't really touch footballs right now, we did it last year, but we be talking. We gotta be chipping at each other every single second we get, because it gets competitive.
That's what I was gonna
And we
ask
get
you.
the pass back
Question.
on. It's a whole different story. But the thing I dislike the most at practice would have to be when it wouldn't be our special teams period, but when we like slow down. I don't like when the pace of practice goes down. That probably is depending on like the players and the team leaders and whatnot. So I just like when practice goes fast, so we're not like out there for any longer than we have to. But other than that, I can't really say I just like anything about practice. You know, we have fun out there.
Got 2 practice guys in here, man. I've had some guys here. They tell me I hate this part of practice. I hate that part. But y'all seem to like everything. Y'all like the conditioning too, the gases and all that. Y'all like all that?
I ain't say that, but I was
Yeah.
I was just trying to let you know, like, it was one of those points that it happens, but I'm gonna get it done. You gotta get it done.
Get it done. And shout out to JoJo, man. We're gonna get you in here in the
dog.
studio. We've been trying to get him in here for the longest, but schedules really couldn't match it. But we definitely gonna get him in here. Man. All right. Let's talk about film. Because I know at both schools y'all watch a tremendous amount of film, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're gonna start with Robbie on this question. You being a quarterback, what aspects do you watch about film? You watch tendencies. How do you break down film when you watch this?
Yeah, well, first of all, you got to find a team that runs close to the same thing you run. So we run straight spread, so 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. So you got to find that, and then just look what the defense is in different formations. And they do have tendencies. If you motion your guy, they're gonna roll down most likely to it and go to a base defense and stuff like that.
A lot of time that you spend in the field room to pick up stuff like that. Same thing for you, Mike. You know, playing DB. You know, what are some of the things that you watch when you break down film?
I watch the quarterback's movements first. So like if Robbie's right-handed, you know, I watch if he's reading his 1 and 2 on that right side first, and you know they have concepts on that side. So I played free safety a lot more last year, so I was more so that low hole guy. So those dig routes I would route the most, but you know, then I get into the receivers, and if they're split times down or they have a certain call where they tap their head, tap their side, I look at all those key details, those fine details, because when it comes to crunch time in the game, they're probably gonna go to those athletes that they need to get the ball in their hands, But looking at the receivers, you know, if they're split times down, I know they gotta come back outside somewhere. They get wide, something's coming back in. So I look at those little things, and if the quarterback's already like looking towards that side to begin with, I'm gonna probably cheat because the read was probably gonna go there.
Okay. Y'all really break down film. Like, y'all watch it, break it down.
That's
I'm hearing key words and stuff that, you know, things that I look for when I watch film as a coach and as an evaluator and stuff like that. I played the DB position growing up, so I know exactly what you're talking about. When you say you be robbing the underneath routes and stuff like that. So when you play free,
Yes, sir.
you don't ever play like strong or anything like that, do you?
I do. I play everything.
You play everything down there. All right. Do you come down in the box for run support?
I'll hit,
You
coach.
do all. You hit. Okay. Like, you know what? I'm glad you said that, because we're gonna transition into film, because I got both you guys' photos tapes, and we're gonna play those for the viewers that are watching and stuff like that. But Michael, we're gonna go ahead and play your film first. This is 2023 DB Michael Daugherty out of Grayson High School. Is this the right one? Check. Check, check. All right, that was the highlight film of Mr. Michael Daugherty at Grayson High School. Real quick, let's talk about some of the pros and cons, things that you're good at that you see in your film, things that you know you need to work on as an athlete. Let's talk about that. Give me your pros and cons of your highlight.
I'll give my cons first because you always have to find something to work on. I think my biggest drawback from that season was I stepped back. I feel like I wasn't as aggressive as I could have been in certain situations. Like you see on the Archer game, I could have made a tackle up for a loss and ends up getting 3 to 4 yards, and that keeps the drive going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see plays where I could have made a bigger impact on the interception.
Right.
But, you know, I think that my biggest con right now is that my mentality was different that year. I wasn't really focused on, I gotta do this. I have to make my plays for myself. I was really focused on, hey, let's just get through it. Let's just get to the season. I feel like that was my biggest issue. But my biggest pro was that I was more intelligent that year. I was in my playbook more. I knew the calls that Coach Carter wanted to make, Coach Bryan, Coach Popel wanted to make, and that put me in a position to make those plays and be able to come up and make those interceptions, those tackles, that play on the ball. But I think my biggest pro was my intelligence and my versatility.
Gotcha. That's a great breakdown right there. Pros and cons. That's great. All right, we're going to get into the film, Mr. Robbie Roper, 2022 quarterback out of Roswell High School. All right, we back. Man, that was an impressive highlight tape. Mr. Robbie Roper, 2022 quarterback out of Roswell High School. Man, are you a pocket passer or a dual threat? I see some runs in there now.
Yeah, well, I mean, last year our O-line was so good, there was no need to really run that much. We had 3 6'5" guys, 2 other 6'3" guys, so hopefully this year I can get a little more scrambling tape and escapes.
Pros and cons of your highlights. We'll let you decide on that.
Yeah, definitely the cons are just not as many pocket movements and escaping because, like, I didn't really have to. Mm-hmm. Our O-line was a Kansas commit, Austin P., another kid that's going D1, and 2 other kids that are pretty good. Is there?
Give me the positives.
I would say arm strength, definitely. Just most of our throws are pre-snap reads and reading leverage and stuff like that. So definitely the ability pre-snap to decide where to go.
Great film from both you guys, man. Like, yeah, I really enjoyed watching those. But I followed y'all, for the last few years, so I'm already aware of what you guys can do. All right, let's get into it. Let's have some fun with these next few questions right here for the next few minutes. Okay. Friday Night Lights. We out there, big stage. Both y'all play for 2 pretty big high schools here in Georgia, both 7A competitors. Pregame Ritual. And that, that's something that y'all do before every single game, something that you have to do. We're going to start with Mike with this. What's your pregame ritual?
Oh, are you talking about my personal one when we're at home?
No, your personal one from the day you wake up until it's kickoff time.
So usually I'll put on this jacket.
Jacket.
I always have like either an all-white jacket. It's always a certain jacket I wear for certain game, certain headphones, certain music I'm listening to, certain food I eat. I gotta get a bowl of Frosted Flakes.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man.
You can't eat two Wheaties on Friday. You gotta be ready to go.
I love Frosted Flakes, man. I eat that cereal day in and day out since I was a little boy till now. But look, for those that don't know, that's a red and black jacket. For Coach Disco that's watching, he's a Miami fan. What's the logo on that jacket?
Something about Georgia.
The Bulldogs, right?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Coach Disco. I don't think we're going to get no Miami love here today, bro. But that's your pregame ritual. You got to wear a jacket of some sort. You got to eat you some Frosted Flakes. Okay, we got you on that one. All right, we're going to switch to Robbie on his pregame ritual. What's something that you got to do before every game?
I would say, it kind of changes. If we lose one week, I'll change, and whether it be eat a kind of cereal. If we lose, I'm not eating that cereal for the rest of the season.
It's that cereal out.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, let's finish up.
Yeah, so just stuff like that. I mean, the same cleats. I'll wear the same pair of cleats until we lose, and if we never lose, I'll wear those the whole season. So,
You and Dad must make a lot of money because let's say, knock on wood, let's say I go 0-10. You buy 10 pair of cleats that year.
They might not match my uniform, but I guess so.
Let me mention you on that real quick. That's crazy. Let's talk about this. Rival high school. Everybody has one. School or team that you hate. You love to play them because you can show out this game. We're going to start with you on this one, Robbie. What's your rival high school and why?
I would say mine personally is Woodstock, definitely. But
yo,
I know that's crazy. But we'll let you do it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this year we play them last game of the season at their field, so it will be their last game, but not ours. So that would be a great.
Go back. Did you hear that, Mike?
He said that would be their
last game, not ours.
So yeah. So I mean that would definitely be good.
Oh wow. Okay. Finish up. I'll let you explain on that.
Yeah, but definitely
it's an insider. We know why. Me and you. We here.
But definitely, I mean Milton. Last year I didn't really get it that much. Really, I mean it's they're 10 minutes apart. So I mean, I get that part, but it's definitely different from when I was at Woodstock and would play anyone. So yeah, definitely Milton game, and they got some dudes with LaBeavis and stuff like that. So definitely look forward to that game this year.
We're gonna look at Roswell. We're gonna put an asterisk beside Milton and Woodstock.
Is
All
it-
right, Mr. Grayson, Kyle, Grayson High School. Y'all top of the mountain, 7A, man. Do y'all even have a rival high school? I'm sure y'all do.
So everybody wants to say it's Archer, but
I was thinking,
we don't believe it's a
thinking-
rivalry no more.
really?
How many games have we won in the past couple of years, and how many of them have been blowouts? We won the last 2019 was a fluke.
I was just about to bring that up.
That overtime, our
Yes.
defense won.
I was
Our
there.
offense, it is what it is.
Uh-huh.
I think it was 2018. It was like 6-3. They played them there. They won barely, but 2019 class, it was like what 35-14, 35 something. But
Yeah.
and what we did to them this year, 2020, it was like 28, 27 to 7, and they didn't score until like the second half and the third, fourth quarter.
Wow.
When we let I ain't gonna say
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say back up. So, we had another game to go get ready for, but playing Archer, that Archer week is like you don't wear no red. Don't come to Grayson practice wearing red.
What?
Don't wear no red shirt.
No
Don't wear red in the hallways. If you play football, we see you with red on. We gonna get
What? Hey, that's some next level hatred right there.
Don't wear red in the hallways.
Don't wear red in the hallways when y'all play archery.
Don't wear red to practice. I don't care.
Oh, you're gonna be a target, huh?
Don't be in the locker room. That's all I'm gonna say.
So look, do y'all know about the rivalry between Ohio State and Michigan?
Yes, sir.
How on the Ohio State campus, when the week they play Michigan, they X out every M with the red X, like on every school sign, the hallway, every book, everything that has a M on it at Ohio State, they put a red X out, and they don't even try to really say. They won't say a word that starts with the M. They'll say the rest of the word, but they'll leave the M out. It's crazy. It's kind of like how what Kyle is saying, not kind of what Michael about Archer. That's crazy. No red on Archer week.
This jacket. You won't see this jacket for game day. Right?
But yeah, shout out to my dude Kenyatta Watson, man. He's like the big time everything in Georgia high school football. I was at the game in 2018 when Archer did beat Grayson in overtime. I was wondering, what were you, a freshman? Were you 8th grade or you
I think
freshman?
I was in 8th grade because 2019 was my freshman year.
Okay, yeah, 2018 you were 8th grade, yeah. But I was at that game and I was just like, wow, what's going on out here? Archer really, really got up for that game, man. But you had to be there to experience it. Everybody was just in awe, like how did Grayson drop this game? And then it got down to like the last play of the game where it was some sort of fourth down. They snapped the ball and the quarterback dove for it. And Grayson said he didn't get the first down. And Archer said they got it. Archer ran off the field. They took off quick. They was like, you know what? We ain't finna have no time so they can discuss this. We out of here. But it was a great game. It was a great game. All right, we're going to transition to another question that I got over here. Friday nights. We still on Friday nights. We're going to go with you with this one, Robbie. What type of player are you? Are you calm, you cool, collected? Are you crazy or madman? What type of player are you on a Friday night?
Yeah, I would say definitely more calm. Just someone who really keeps myself before the game. Just knows what the task at hand and just going over game plan with the coach maybe and just stuff like that.
Gotcha. Same question for you, Mike. What type of player are you on?
I am the total opposite of Robbie. You don't see my headphones in, bopping music. Everybody face dancing. You gotta feel the energy when you get ready to play on Friday, especially at Grayson, especially when you had everybody back, especially on that Archie week.
Right.
You can't come out flat. So I'm always up energy. You can ask anybody, any of my teammates, any of those seniors that were there. I'm always talking. I'm always just trying to get that energy up, playing music, just bopping my head because when I get up, it's gonna be hard for me to come back down.
I know that's right. So you were the crazy bad man. You got like your sugar rush on
Just
Friday.
don't rob me in pregame.
Mike is a turn up man out there. Cool. Y'all guys watch NFL. Y'all watch college. Of course, y'all strive to be there. When you watch NFL on Sundays, who is a player that you kind of model y'all's game after? Probably that you playing quarterback. Mike, with you playing DB, who was a player in the NFL that y'all kind of watch and model your game after? Go ahead, Rob.
I would say I try to model after Aaron Rodgers. Just the escape and the quick release, but with the stuff happening right now with Green Bay and him, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So
It's some backstory stuff, but it started last year.
mm,
They needed help at receiver. They should have drafted receivers in the first and the second round to get him some weapons out there to go with Devontae Adams. They took a quarterback. They took Jordan Love. And I'm still scratching my head about that pick today. This was last year's draft. We can talk about it. Your turn, Mike. Your NFL player that you kind of model your game.
I think it has to be them two LSU greats, you know, Tyrann Mathieu and Jamal Adams. You know, with Jamal, I get that free safety build. Everybody try to compare me and talk about it, but you know, I'm still my own player. But Jamal, he'll come down, he'll rush out the edge, he'll get to the tackle, he'll make plays in the back half. And Tyrann's one of those players that he'll come up and hit you at that spot he's at, and he'll also just be able to take the ball away in the air. You know, he'll make plays against that Denver game in the snow. That Kansas play, you know, played great through his hands, got the ball right out. Everybody uses that as teach tape, but you know, I think those two safeties are completely different builds, and I feel like I fit right in between both of them.
There you go, great comparison, man. But you left out another great. You said Tyrann Mathieu, of course, he was great because of his size.
You want to say Pat P?
5'9". Yeah, Patrick Peterson back there, man. He was the one that started the whole great LSU DB trend.
Tre'Davious White, Pat P. You know, there's a lot of DBs from LSU you can name that just show off great talent, but I ain't gonna talk about that too much because you're gonna get me in trouble.
We good. Shout out to Tre'Davious White, though. That's a personal friend of mine. That's my homeboy right there. I work all of his off-season NFL camps and stuff like that. We couldn't do one last year because of the whole pandemic, but that's a good friend of mine, good homeboy. But look, on this show, we do read comments. We read viewers' comments, and I'm gonna get into a few of them real quick. We got Miss Paula Broadnay. She's saying, wow, I'm impressed by the amazing talent of these young men. And they are intellectual, well-rounded, and well-spoken. Michael and Robbie, you guys are bound for greatness, which I totally agree. Thank you. You got a great head on your shoulders. And thank you so much, JR, that's me, you know, for giving them the opportunity. Hey, that's what we're here for. We're here to bring you guys a platform to kind of, you know, teach you some things and to help you learn, you know, speaking properly and not being shy when a mic and a camera's thrown in your face. Because y'all are two big-time names in Georgia. And, you know, y'all are going to have cameras, you know, media guys run up to you after the game. Hey, give me, you know, so-and-so for the interview. So this is kind of like a stepping stone to help you guys get more comfortable with that stuff. So, like I said, I appreciate you guys for coming on the show. But I got a few more questions, though. We're going to talk about some goals, current and future goals. And we're going to start with Michael on this. Give me some current goal that you have right now and a future goal that you have for yourself.
Current goal right now would be to help my team out, you know, any way, shape, or form, you know, get back to another one of these. Because I definitely want one before I go to college again. You know, and get heavy on your fingers. I definitely want to make sure that I can not necessarily step into a leader role, but be that guy that people can come out to if they have questions about a coverage or anything when it comes to that. And a future goal I'd say I have would be to sign D1 and stay eligible throughout those 4 years. And, you know, even if I don't go to the NFL, to have that degree from whatever university I go to would be major to me.
Gotcha. That's great right there. I got another part to that question, but we're going to answer after this. Same question for you, Robbie. Current and future goal.
Yeah, current goal would be to probably beat Grayson this year.
Wait, are y'all on the schedule?
No, in the playoffs we got
Oh,
them.
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Notice how I said they're not on the schedule. And we have open dates.
They're going to run into them in the playoffs. Okay, I'm going to let you go ahead and finish up.
Yeah, and just build the offense as a team and really come together and get closer as a family with the team camps this summer and FCA and stuff like that. And then a future goal would be play D1 football and get an aviation degree.
Aviation.
Is that?
That's great. I grew up in that field. My dad worked at Lockheed, so he built all the planes. So growing up, I had to hear all those stories about Lockheed Martin building planes and all that good stuff. So I can relate to you on that.
Is that?
But real quick, y'all were younger. I think y'all might have been in middle school then. But do y'all remember watching the 2016 state championship game?
So you trying to bring stuff back up.
It was Rockville versus Grayson in the state championship game in the Georgia Dome. I know y'all were middle school, but I was at that game too. And when I say that was probably one of the top 5 football games I've ever seen, Grayson won.
He lost it on the kit, and then
Yeah, the field goal. Yeah, Grayson won last second field goal. But man, the amount of talent that was on that field that went on and played D1 football, it was crazy. It was crazy. I can name guys for days. I ain't gonna get into all of that, but yeah, I thought about that. I like Grayson. Yeah. But when you study, Mike, you said something. It was something I wanted to. Oh, future goals. Like when y'all do go to college.
Yes.
Football, y'all do know football is not going to always be there for you. So everybody has that fallback. Man, this is what y'all go to college for, to study something. What are you going to study when you do go to college?
I'm probably going to end up studying real estate. I actually do want to help sell houses and whatnot, get into that field. You know, I know a lot of people. My mom does credentialing, so I get to crunch those numbers and, you know, make sure everything's right with everything, you know, remodel housing, you know, get to certain areas where it's probably more profitable to sell those houses. But if that's not something that interests me or gets me to, that's my full intention, I'll probably end up building cars because my dad likes to race.
Oh, okay. Then old schools and stuff like that.
He's into the new schools. I will never get him a Charger.
Dad gonna be out there on 285 trying to punch and race somebody.
Telling you what.
Shout out to Dad, Kyle Belcher out there in the studio, man. Him and Mom out there in the studio, or not in the studio, but in the lobby listening. Shout out to y'all. But you know, with y'all's future goals, you know, what route? How do y'all plan to prepare for those future goals? What route will you take? You know, what will you do to achieve those future goals? Stop you right.
Yeah, I think definitely just have them written down somewhere where you look at them every day. And someone told me recently that there was a study that your goals from Harvard that if 25% more likely to happen if you write them down or look at them every day.
That's great advice right there. Repeat that. Say that one more time for those that didn't catch it.
You're 25% more likely for your goals to happen if you write them down or look at them every day.
That's a great bit of advice. Look, you just taught me something. Something for you, Mike.
Building off of Robbie said, I do have everything that I want to do written down. I have a vision board, a goal board every year before I get into it. But I guess the biggest thing to help me get to my future goals would be this is my mama, this is my dad, you know, everything they got to me because they do instill a lot into me and I am very appreciative. But, you know, I got to take the steps myself to, such as like doing right in the classroom, taking those necessary classes, getting those extra credits and getting those college credits by the time I'm in my junior season. So if I want to, I can enroll early. If I don't want to, I can have those college classes already available and ready to me.
Got you. All right, this is what I'm about to ask y'all now. And I know y'all been planning this since y'all little boys. Y'all make it. You become successful. If you go to NFL or if you have that real estate business or if you make it in the aviation field or whatnot, what is the very first thing you're going to do when you make it? You get that first big check, that signing bonus, whatever it may be. What's the very first thing you're going to do with that money? Go ahead, Rob. Very first thing. You made it. You kick your feet up. You can relax. What you going to do with it?
I don't know. You can start. You got it.
So I'm gonna split into fours. So the 2 fours are gonna go to my mom and dad. The 1 four is gonna go to me to spend because I'm gonna spend it.
Okay. You gotta spend a little.
Got to. And that other fourth is gonna get put up. That's gonna be in the bank somewhere.
I've never heard anybody break it down like that, especially a young guy. What are you, 16?
16. I was gonna turn 17 till October.
Nobody has broken it down like that. You say you split it into 4.
Yes, sir.
Like $1 million, you split that into 4, $250 a piece. Mom get $250, dad get $250. Take care of parents, of course. $250 to you, get whatever you want. $250 to put up, and that put up could be investments, save, it'll draw interest on itself. Great years on y'all. So really impressed with today's show. Y'all taught me some stuff.
Mm.
I'm 38 years old. I'm learning stuff from y'all guys. Y'all 16, 17, 18 years old. So that's great. But back to you on this one, Robbie.
Yeah, I mean, of course, just give some of it to my parents, probably give half of it to my parents, and then just save the rest until I really want to buy something with it.
Cool. All right, I'm going to embarrass y'all a little bit. Gotta do what I do. Everybody do here. No, I'm going to ask y'all can explain it. I want to know the most embarrassing moment that y'all had on the football field. On the football field.
Okay.
Whether you as the DB gave up a big play or Robbie threw an interception. The moment that stands out to you as the most embarrassing. Like you just want to put your head down as you walk off the field. Give me that moment real quick.
So my freshman year, Jamal Haynes, Georgia Tech Sonny, one of the best slots in America. I don't care who lined up against him at safety. I was at corner, so I got lost. Go route, post, corner, post. I'm spinning, but Jamal catches it. He's like 30 yards behind me. I got scored.
You was looking for it. Where you
What?
bro?
So when I finally catch him, I'm like, but the thing was, Jamal done helped me so much in terms of that mentality. Like, I can't be scared of nobody. Just got to get up there and fight for it. Like, got to compete. And that's why I appreciate him so much. But I was lost. But that was probably my most embarrassing moment.
But it was a teaching moment. Also.
Definitely.
These embarrassing moments are always teaching moments. And him being an upperclassman, he had to take the young guy on his wing. Cook you up a little bit, but I'm showing you what to do and how to fix this for next time. It's going to make you a better DB. There you go. Your turn, Robbie.
I'll probably say after throwing a pick six, you just don't want anyone. They'll be like, "You're good." I'm like, "I know I'm good. Get away from me." Yeah.
Throw a big six. And a lot of quarterbacks have done that.
Yeah.
If you're a quarterback, I'm sure.
At one time, you've thrown it. Yeah.
Look at Tom Brady's, your Brett Favre, Peyton Manning. Those are Hall of Fame greats. All them guys thrown pick sixes before, but it's just you gotta have resilience. You gotta bounce back. Now I'm gonna let y'all redeem yourselves. You told your embarrassing moment. Give me your proudest moment, or one of your best plays that you can remember. Throughout your high school careers. We'll start with you, Robbie.
Probably sophomore year when I was at Woodstock. Just overall, that year was tough. And the last game of the season against Walton, we beat them in OT to go for 2. And yeah, that was probably the proudest moment.
I'm glad that you will always remember.
Mm.
Michael, I know you got a bunch of them over there.
Man, so my freshman year, we traveled to Alabama. The longest ride I've ever taken out of Alabama. And my grandfather passed, so it's from there.
Oh,
so I'm used to like going to Alabama, but this was like the longest drive ever to James Clemens. I don't know why. I guess it was the buses, but it's 20-13, and we're barely winning this game. And I'm playing corner at 160 pounds going against these running backs that are like 210, 225. It's the screen out the back, so they up back. Not they running back, the full back. So he's a little bigger.
Yeah, right.
I read the screen, I come off the block, and I hit him, I flipped him. And next thing you know, I couldn't see anything for a couple minutes. Arm in my head, but everybody on the sideline jumping up and down, smacking my head. I'm like, hold on now, I'm still ringing.
I gotta catch my thoughts real quick. But I'm pretty sure you made a game-saving tackle right there.
That was like 3rd down, 4th down. We needed to stop. They punt. We get the ball back. I think we go down there, kick field goal. We ice the game.
Win the game. That's what's up, man. You'll remember that for the rest of your life. That's a big moment. Like that, man. All right, let's talk about some top schools right now. Recruitment is, really about to take off for some of you guys. Mike, give me some of your top schools right now. Give me just your top 3 that you're looking at right now that you can see yourself playing in a couple of years.
I guess I would have to start with the hometown. I've been talking to Coach Ade a lot recently. I died, my bad. We've been talking about going up to camp recently, but he talks to me about where I'm starting at, if I come there, like how we're gonna enter the system, stuff like that, and how he wants to like train me when I get up there and go to that camp. And, that's just great for me. The second school would probably have to be USC. I'm going out there.
Which one? You got South Carolina,
Trojans.
the Trojans, okay, West Coast. There you go.
I'm going to go out there June 1st, and I'm going to be talking with Coach Dante and Coach Jeff Martin. Those guys have been real cool to me and real down-to-earth, real guys, Going out there, Coach Dante was like, he doesn't care if you're an out-of-state kid, in-state kid. He wants the best players on the field at all times. So that was real big to me. And since USC is a private school, that little education might be a little different.
Yes, sir.
Another school I guess I would say I talk to most to would probably be Notre Dame. I talk to them a lot. Coach O'Leary, Coach Mickens, those are great guys. Every time I talk to them, even Coach Freeman, when he has time to talk to me, we talk a lot about life during football, life there, getting to see the campus when everything opens up, setting up those dates. And I think that's real important to me because, when this does open up, it is going to be crazy. We spent, like you said, a year without virtual, without in-person, face-to-face contact. Couldn't call these coaches. Got the dates pushed back. They pushed back the opening like 3 different times, and everybody and their mother bad. But I'm kind of glad that now we have a fixed date, and it's around the corner, and everybody's mind is on that.
There you go. I like that. Okay. So I have a question for you, Rob. 3 schools that you're interested in, that you can see yourself playing.
Yeah, Middle Tennessee, they have aviation. I'm looking forward to going to a camp up there. Talk to Coach DeArmond a little bit. Looking forward to the camp at Georgia Tech for sure. My sister goes there, so that'd be cool. And then probably like Charleston Southern, a smaller school, but it's closer to the beach, and they got aviation. So
he said close to the beach. Look, man, you can mix business with pleasure. It's okay.
Yes,
Go to
sir.
school, learn aviation for a few hours, and just relax at the beach. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's cool. All right, man, I got some fun questions for y'all. Really, really fun questions. I asked everybody this coming through here. We're going to do some comparisons. I know y'all listen to music on Friday night. I know Mike, you talked about that. Give me some of the artists that are on y'all's playlist.
You got to rock with Lil Baby.
Oh,
Baby
man.
all the time.
Here we go.
So it's a mix between Baby, it's a mix between Thug, and it's a mix between Young Boy.
Okay. Hey, young boy. I listen to, I'm older, but I listen to those guys. I DJ also, so I listen to those guys. All right, Robbie, go ahead. Put some guys on your playlist.
mine is definitely more country music. Even before game, just slower stuff. Maybe a little like Aloe Black and stuff like that. Yeah, Sam Hunt.
I see, I know country music too. I listen to everything, so I know a bunch of country artists. A bunch of them. I listen to it also. Anybody else?
That's really it.
All right. You don't do any Lil Baby, any hip hop stuff like that?
No, not too much.
Well, let me ask you this question then, Mike. Since you said Baby, you didn't say Gunna. I don't see why. Who you rocking with, Lil Baby versus Gunna?
Everybody asked them, why can't they both just be great?
No,
They basically brothers, man.
they're basically brothers, but if you had to choose, who would you choose and why?
You go with Baby. You know how much unreleased music he has for real. But with Gunna, his lyrical beat, like his cadence and all his songs just sound like you just sit back and listen to it. With Baby, you listen to his lyrics, it's like, what did he say? Let me hear it again. But with Gunna, it's like, you just bop your head to it. But I ain't gonna say too much because I'm gonna have people text my phone, get mad at me.
Nah, that's what we need. We need to expand on that. I'm picking Gunna. And I'll pick Gunna because I heard them people say he don't miss. They say Lil Baby don't miss. But tell me, has Gunna missed? Any hit that he's had on the radio, has he missed?
Okay, no. And listen, so when I first started listening to him, and he the song that came out with OK and all them songs before that, when Gunna was when everybody just started hearing about Gunna, because he's been out for a minute. But when everybody started hearing about like 2016, 2017, all those albums that came out, no, he did not miss. He ain't miss.
Okay.
But you can say Baby missed. You say Baby missed?
Yeah, I can say Baby missed on a couple songs. I can say that.
On a couple
On a
songs?
couple songs that was on radio. Emotionally Scarred.
You think he missed on Emotionally
I
Scarred?
don't like that song. I'm saying that. Yes, I'm saying that. Look, thank you for it.
I don't don't know how to feel about that, but I'm gonna just say okay because everybody's entitled to their
To their
opinion.
opinion. Hey, you know what? That's a smart answer, though, man. That's a smart answer to sometimes to avoid arguments out here, like dealing with football and how we talk about athletes. I'll say that. I'm like, man, you entitled to your own opinion, but that'll save an argument right there. Robbie, we talked about country music. You said Sam Hunt was one of your guys on the playlist. Who's your favorite country music artist?
Definitely Sam Hunt. Or Kane Brown. One of those two.
Kane Brown. I think I know that artist. I can't remember if I heard any of his song. I definitely heard Sam Hunt. Older artists, country artists. You know Billy Ray Cyrus. You know who that is?
I know who that is because my mom, she comes in the car, she'll turn it on.
And who's the other one? He lives up the street from me. He lives in Powder Springs. What? I can't think of his name right now, but I listen to a lot of his music. You know who Rod Stewart is? Like, he's an older, like 90s, 2000 country music artist. I listen to some of his stuff. What is it about Sam Hunt that you like the most?
I don't know. It's not like the old country and stuff like that. It's more of the hip hop and stuff like that. More just up to beat.
Beat country music. Gotcha. You gotta show love to all genres of music, man. Like I said, I love all that stuff. Give me both of y'all, give me y'all's favorite hype song before a game. The one song that you know you'll listen to and repeat, just get you ready. Hey, I just throw that out there.
Favorite hype song?
Yeah, just a song that you like. You say anything my baby you listen to, anything by Young Boy, anything by Sam Hunt.
I gotta play King Von. I gotta play King Von in a dirt song. I either gotta play Twin Them, or I gotta play. I can't say that word, but it's like all them. I can't say all that.
It's all good. I like Crazy's story though. The 3 parts when you put them all together.
When he first came out and everybody was like, "Who is this from Chicago?" He was Dirt's cousin, and he started storytelling. Everybody just loved it.
Yeah, it was great. Robbie, his name was Travis Tritt. You know about him? Older artist. Ask Mom about Travis Tritt.
Right.
He lives in Powder Springs. Like, he's literally 5 minutes from my house. Like, almost in my backyard. But that's named Travis Tritt. Got a bunch of land out there, big house. He's a older 90s era country artist. Ask your mom about it. I'm pretty sure she'll know him. But yeah, give me your favorite hype song.
I don't know. I really don't listen to too much music before a game. I'll usually just I'll just go in the weight room and have the playbook or the scheme we're running this game and just look over that.
Man. All right, man. After football practice, maybe after the game, I'm sure y'all probably go sleep after the game. But in your leisure time, I know y'all play the game, y'all play online against each other. What y'all, PlayStation or Xbox? PlayStation. Xbox. You were the very first guy to play Xbox. The very first. And I've done probably 40 of these shows. And I have multiple guys. You the very first one that says Xbox. Everybody's on PlayStation. Wow. That's crazy. Madden or 2K?
Madden.
My Madden is like the consensus number 1.
Yeah.
All right. Brands. When you dress up, I've seen y'all on tape. I've seen y'all in person. Let's say when y'all go out there on Friday night, y'all call it young folks, y'all call it the drip. We call it my old school, we call it swag. What's some of the brands that y'all are wearing? Your Nike, your Adidas, your Under Armour. What type of wristbands, gloves, leg sleeves? I seen you do the one leg sleeve up and one high low. What's some of the stuff y'all wearing out there on Friday night?
I think when I start off, you gotta start off with your cleats first. So if you don't have the cleats right, you're probably not gonna have the drip right. So if your cleats is bad right there, it's probably gonna have to get spatted up, taped up. So then you can move on your socks, usually depending on which game it is. This summer, I'm probably not gonna wear hot socks because it's gonna be 600 degrees in Georgia.
Yeah, for real. It's gonna be hot.
So it's either gonna be then you're gonna move to the shirt. You got because then I go see the girls. So you're gonna have either a long shirt hanging out or it's gonna be a tight compression. So if it's hot outside, I either go a long shirt. If I know it's gonna be one of those games where it's cold, I gotta get a compressed shirt. I'll never wear sleeves in a cold game.
Really?
You're gonna get cold regardless.
No sleeves?
No sleeves.
Back in 2000, when I was playing football, that was my senior year in high school. We had a game against North Cobb, and it was 20 degrees at kickoff. I had a compression shirt, I had a long sleeve shirt on, and I had a hoodie on under my shoulder pads. in the paper. I made the paper that game. You can see running down the hill, running down the field, throwing a lead block, and I looked super big, but I'm layered up. I got cold, but I wasn't too cold. But I had a hoodie on under my shoulder. I didn't play. I couldn't do it, man. Let's go to you, Robbie.
Yeah, the one leg thing, if we lose, I'm changing it up. I'll go other leg, or I'll go both, or I'll go none. It just matters. It's one of those things.
You're superstitious.
There. And then, yeah, usually a shirt that goes out from the bottom, and I'll wear long sleeve if it's cold. I don't like the cold either. I'll have the fanny pack things, have some 5 hand warmers in there to keep warm.
Next. Hey, we come to the end of the show, actually. I only got, this is my last question, and we'll get to the shout-outs later. But biggest inspirations in life. It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing. What are those inspirations in life that drive y'all to want to be great? Start off with this.
I guess what would drive me to be great, my greatest inspiration would probably be my dad. Because, he came down here from Louisville and was living in Atlanta and went to Southwest DeKalb, and he could have played baseball and did all that. He was big on baseball but stopped playing sports, and he's always had my back through a lot of things. We always throwing the football around and with the game situations. Mike gets fourth down with 6 seconds left, you gotta score or we lose in the state championship. He's always had those moments where we have to break it down and just get back to heart-to-heart conversations. But he's always inspired me. He's always pushed me to be the greatest person, even if we bump heads a lot, even if we arguing. But it's always love when it comes to him.
Gotcha. Don't bump head too much with dad, because you're going to lose
Hard
that every time. Don't bump head with dad.
Leave mom alone.
Don't let me try with mom.
No.
Don't try with mom.
Leave her alone.
She'll pull a wank in a minute, boy. Same question for you, Robbie. Big inspiration.
Yeah, probably either my mom or my sister. My sister plays Division I softball at Georgia Tech. So just seeing her and how hard she worked through everything and how hard she worked even in the weight room, really inspired me. And then my mom, because, even she played football, played college basketball.
Mom's the athlete of the family. So you get your athleticism. It's okay to say that. It's okay to say that. Moms sometimes, both sons or daughters do get their athleticism from their moms. They really do. Go ahead, let's finish up.
Yeah, just seeing both of them have played and know what it takes to get there and gone through it with academics and school. Or school and the sport they play.
Great show, man. Hats off to both of you guys. I'm going to let you guys get some shout-outs real quick. Whoever they want to shout out in the community home, I'll let y'all have it. Go ahead, Mike.
First, I want to give a shout out to guy. I can't do any of this without him.
Thank you.
I want to give a shout out to my mom, my dad, my grandma, both my grandmas.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to the Coach E, my uncle that started me off playing football. Shout out to Kenyatta, got me started in this, really up and going.
Mr. Watson.
That's my dog. Shout out to Justin Miller. Shout out to O.D. Davis, Oliver Davis. That's my dog. Shout out to Tony Ballard. Those are really my guys, my core group of people that I'm always around that either train me or I'm playing 7-on-7 with, or I'm up at the high school working out with Adam Carter, St. Tavius Bryant. Those are the people that want me to be great, want me to be on track. O.D. and Justin gonna let me know if I'm BSing, if I'm playing around, if I'm not giving 100%. Yes, they gonna let me know, and that's why I'm always around them. Those are great people, and especially shout out to them.
Okay, all right, Robbie, you got a shout out, man.
Just my parents and my sister they sacrifice a lot for me to go to camp, sacrifice time, money, anything, and then just shout out to my teammates for pushing me and becoming family and stuff like that.
Great job. I'll leave y'all with some words of encouragement. I usually have my other guy in here, my partner. He does all the technical stuff behind the scenes, but we take turns on giving words of encouragement and stuff like that. But y'all two have really, really good heads on your shoulder, really great. You can tell that y'all were raised really well. Starts in the home. Y'all come in here, y'all give great, long, descriptive answers. Y'all spoke well. This was one of my favorite interviews. It's just two of us, two of y'all.
Mm.
You know, like I said, I'm usually over there. Coach Disco's right here, and I have 2 or 3 guys over there. But this interview went really, really well, and I thoroughly enjoyed this, man. Y'all taught me some things, you know.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, y'all keep God first, man. You know, you always develop that relationship with Him. Always honor mom and dad. Whatever they say do, hey, just do it.
Yes,
sir. Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's your key to life. Honoring your mom and your dad. Schoolwork, academics. That's top notch. Outside of family stuff, school comes first. You have no football, no extracurricular activities without the school stuff. So, you know, that's really all I got, man. Y'all, like I say, y'all got great heads on your shoulders and character. You know, social media is the way of the world now, right?
Mm.
And some of the things that you follow, post, retweet, whatever, that can get you in trouble. So always stay conscious of the things that you put on social media. Speaking of social media, where can they find y'all at? Go ahead, Robbie. Where can they find your social media?
Twitter, Robbie Roper 2022.
Robbie with 2 B's.
Yes, sir. You got it.
So all of my stuff is the same. My Twitter, my Instagram is at Mikey MikeyGMaco.
Okay, gotcha. All right, man, we're going to go ahead and we're going to end the show on this. I want to thank Robbie Roper, quarterback at Roswell High School, class of 22, and Michael Daughtry. Is it Daughtry or Daughtry? Daughtry. Okay, I've said it wrong a couple of times. The Grayson High School, class of 2023, defensive back. Thank y'all for coming on the show. For those who haven't clicked like and subscribe on this channel, make sure you go ahead and do so because we're going to continue having great shows and great athletes up here that we're going to interview over time. So make sure you click like, subscribe to the DISCO100 radio channel. This is Junior Baker from New Level Recruiting. We're signing out.